My name is Peter Heinbaugh. I'm running for Gloucester Township Council. I've been a Gloucester Township resident for 28 years, my wife and my family. My choice to run for Gloucester Township Council is to make our township better. Better for the people, things like lowering taxes, things like working to improve honesty in government and transparency in government, control the spending, improve our schools. I've had a long career as a professional accountant, and as such I've made dozens of budgets, business budgets in my career, and the challenge is to make an affordable township budget for our Gloucester Township government. Make decisions on a family budget. They have to decide, do I go on vacation this year? Do we buy a new car or wait till next year? Do we put tires on the car? And you have to make choices in a family budget. Every household does this. And when property taxes go up every year, it does make those choices more difficult. You can't just walk in on day one and say, we're cutting taxes in this town. There has to be a plan to go about that. There has to be some decisions made to go about that. Our team actually has an 8-point plan to reduce spending and control taxes in Gloucester Township. Some of them are no-brainers, obvious things like limit discretionary spending, make tough decisions on discretionary spending. A simple accountability is just a government without those conflicting priorities. It's government. So accountability is just focusing every day with one thought in mind, and that is what's the best for the town and what's the best for the people in the town. And that's it, period. The effects of the high property tax that we see every day in this town. And I was surprised as we walked through neighborhoods and walked block after block as a candidate in this town. One of the things that really struck me, really surprised me, is really the amount of vacant homes in this town. Block after block, you see a vacant home here, another one across the street, another one down the block, and two more on the other side of the street. So we just want to bring some of these common sense budgeting ideas to Gloucester Township government. So property taxes don't have to be raised, so people can stay in their homes, so people aren't forced to make that decision that they can't afford to live in Gloucester Township. That's the hardest choice you have to make in your life as a family. But people are doing it, and you see it as you walk down the street, through the neighborhoods, see more and more of these vacant homes, and it's just sad. And again, in my mind, if property taxes are the reasons for a lot of these people leaving, that's a man-made problem. That's a problem that government caused, people in government caused, and a better government and better people in government can fix and do something about. And that's why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this because I want to make some political career. In fact, that's the last thing I want to do. I have no designs on a political career or a political future. I just see what's happening in our town and see that something can be done about it with the right people, honest people, everyday regular people stepping up and working on the problems. They can be solved in Gloucester Township. I'm Pete Heinbaugh, and I'm looking for your vote on November 7th. Thank you. pay to play is simply when these contractors, these firms, these professional contracting firms donate literally tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to political campaigns and political candidates. Happen to be the administration that's in power in our town right now are the benefactors of these contributions. And these contributions come in from these firms, and in turn, our township government awards these very lucrative government contracts to these firms. And the cycle just continues. The donations keep coming, the political donations just keep coming in. The large government contracts keep being awarded to these same firms, and the cycle continues, and the costs keep rising, and consequently our taxes increase. Currently, when we send out for bid for major contractors like township engineers and township architects and the lawyers and things like that, we don't have a real extensive bidding process where we're getting multiple competitive bids, where we know we're getting the right firm at the lowest price. It's not going out for competitive bidding the way it should. We will change that. We will make sure more bids come in, more competition comes in for these large government contracts that are costing the township a lot of money, and they're costing them more money than they should because the competitive bidding process isn't working the way it should. Pay to play, I think, is a root cause of a lot of our high costs in this town, high government costs in this town, and high taxes in this town. It does tick me off a lot, and it's solvable. It's a man-made problem that can be fixed by better government.